Yo, this show was dope. It was also kind of cheesy in the way the anime can be cheesy, but also skateboarding culture can have its cheese as well. It's not a bad thing by any means, but you know, the way that sticker slaps, Spider-Man skateboarding, and skateboarding a bull isn't exactly indicative of skateboarding culture, but it's fun, and that's kind of the point. The show is fun cheese, and I'm 100% there for it. Before stepping up to watch the show, I saw a clip of it on Twitter and I just knew that I needed to check this out, especially after I spent the first half of quarantine getting back into skateboarding after a possible 10-year hiatus. This wasn't what I was expecting, but downhill jamming isn't something that's totally unfamiliar to skateboarding. Remember the mall level in Tony Hawk 1? Or that other level that's like a quarry? Upon looking it up, it turns out that the level is called Downhill Jam. Both levels basically put you at a top point, and your task is to skate a bunch on your way down to the bottom, and Sk8 The Infinity, based off its first episode, is just like this. There's rad punk guys, an anti-hero of the S named Shadow, flashy nightlife meetups, which more so reminds me of car meetups than actual skateboarding, but the show made itself clear that it's not going in the direction of street skating akin to Tony Hawk or the Skate video games. It actually wants to put a mixture of snowboarding, which is pretty cool. I've done snowboarding before and it's a lot of fun, but I'm by no means a skilled snowboarder like the gentleman Longa is, and I think that my level of skill, even on a skateboard, is probably more akin to Reki's. And even that is probably pushing it for myself. I'm probably somewhere even lower than Reki's. I can have a lot of fun riding around, maybe doing a casual trick, but similar to Reki, he wasn't presented as a masterful skateboarder. Longa looked more competent than Reki did, and that was after he strapped his feet onto the skateboard to simulate a snowboard, which is crazy. I don't know, I just never imagined that I would see some type of media, especially anime, that would put these two things together, because ever since I was a kid, I can just imagine these things being together. The closest that I've ever got was probably Rocket Power. When this show first introduced Longa and he said that he was from Canada, I paused for a sec and wondered, why Canada? It's not a jab on Canada, as my buddy Frog and the anime connoisseur slash music producer Chafos are both from the Great White North, but once we saw a photo of Longa and his snowboard back in Canada, it made sense. I knew exactly where the episode was gonna go from here. I get the feeling that the creators of the show really like both skateboarding and snowboarding and wanted to make a show exploring a mixture of both. There's definitely some truth to having a raggedy skateboard and wanting to be able to upgrade it to a new one, or a better one. I could relate when Reki was talking about building a board, as it's pretty customary for a skateboarder to go and pick out the parts and put it all together the same way that someone building a computer would do. The part where Longa had to remind himself that there's wheels on the board he's riding when he almost fell over was a bit of a stretch for me, cause I'm almost certain that this would have been his ending had this been real life, but I didn't let it bother me. The show is more so fun than realistic, but I also felt that on the opposite end, where I felt like I was losing control and opted to jump off the board to save myself, but in snowboarding, you can't. You just gotta let yourself crash into the snow and try protecting yourself the best you can. FYI, the first time that I went snowboarding, I gave myself a concussion. Sk8 The Infinity set up a lot that I'm interested in finding out, like what's the deal with Cherry Blossom, and who's this guy with the vampire teeth, and how deep into skating will Longa get into it? Will he try to stay more attuned to snowboarding than skating, opting to only skate with his feet latched to the board, or will he let them go? Will Reki grow into a great skater by the end of the show? I really want to know. I really want to know. I'll continue to watch the show as it goes. Maybe I'll make a follow-up video to this show if I see something that I want to discuss. If you like this video and you want to see more, then consider subscribing to the channel, like and share this video to your fellow anime slash skateboarding friends, and comment down below your thoughts on skateboarding. I'll catch you all next time. Bye, chap.